Flash show, brilliant.
In January of 2013, a mother and her 2 teenage children returned home at around 9 p.m. when the sun had gone down after a beautiful day out with family and friends, and as usual they did not count on being out so very late, as they'd been gone from home since 12 midday for lunch. So as they pulled into the driveway of their home, the eldest child, Emily, remarked at how dark the house was, due to the fact that they had not left any lights on and that there was no moonlight. So the mother, Sarah, said that she would walk in front as she had the front door keys, and they would not have to fumble around in the dark looking for their own. So as they approached the front door in pitch darkness, Sarah felt the various shapes of keys in her hand, feeling for the longer, older-styled key to insert into the lock. She came to an abrupt halt as she and the children heard footsteps on the inside of the house approaching the front door. The footsteps were loud and sounded like big, heavy boots. 6 steps in total. Sarah became very angry, as she had recently split up with the children's father, her husband of 17 years, who had not been heard from for at least 9 months, with only the last known contact being from overseas. Now Sarah's mind was racing. She thought, that bastard! He's back! And he's let himself into the house with his keys. And he's now walking around the house in the bloody dark as to not be seen by the neighbours or us. Oh, geez, I knew I should have changed those locks. Then Sarah said to the kids, I think your dad's back. The 3 of them went silent. Sarah hesitated putting the key into the door, as she assumed, seeing that he was on the other side of the door, that he was going to open it. Now, as Sarah, Emily and Edmund momentarily waited for the door to be opened, they were baffled, as it did not open and the person on the other side did not move. Sarah said, "Why isn't he opening the door? Bloody idiot, playing games and wanting to scare us." So she became even more irritated by the situation and put the key in the door, expecting the door to be yanked out of her hand and pulled forward as he was on the other side. So as she opened the door, gingerly, she found that he did not do what she thought he would, and she began to think that he wanted to perhaps jump out from behind the door and frighten them once they stepped inside. So Sarah quickly looked around the corner behind the door, and to her surprise, there was nothing there. Now, by her actions, her children stepped in behind her and said, "Where is he?" Sarah instructed Emily and Edmund to stay where they were, by the door, while she looked in every room to see where he was. Now Sarah came back to the front room and said that nobody was in the house, and she could not understand it, as they distinctly heard 6 heavy footsteps on the wooden floorboards walk towards the door, as if to open the door for.